Hey, it's Keith here, and I want to talk to you a little bit about realistic expectations and why you can get the results you can or cannot get. Before you proceed, you should ask yourself a few questions. How old is the fabric that I'm going to clean? What kind of condition is it in? Do a comparison, a visual comparison between, let's say, the top of the cushions and how that soiled compared to the back of the cushion where the zipper is. If you have cushions on your sofa, for example. In the back where you've got the zipper, you don't have any soiling at all. It hasn't been exposed to any types of dust. It hasn't been exposed to any types of oils from having those, from your hands and your hair and having the dust get ground in. So this is the typical dust that you'll find in fabric, all right? How dusty is your fabric? All of those things are important. Fabric should be maintained on a regular basis. If it's been never since you've cleaned it, then you're not going to get the same results as if you have a chair that's the same age and has been cleaned 2 or 3 times. So for many of you, it might be your first time that you're touching your fabric. It might be 5 years old. And if you're going to do the thorough cleaning process, get your vacuum out, do a good thorough vacuuming on this fabric, and then put a pre-spray on it, let it dwell, go ahead and wipe it down, you're going to see a huge improvement. Same thing with this fabric. If this fabric's 5 years old and it's been exposed to this type of soil, you're going to see a huge improvement. There's no doubt about that. However, when we're all done, if this is what the back of the fabric looks like at the zipper, and this is 2 or 3 shades more darker, let's say, right? But you started out with it being 6 or 7 shades darker, that's a pretty good improvement. If you have a spot that's been sitting there for 2 years and you hadn't touched it, and then you go ahead and you want to hit it, what was the spot? It really depends. It can be a stain. There's no doubt about it. It's like you take a car through a car wash. If the car's a newer car and you're washing it all the time, it's going to look great. If you have an older car, it's got a little bit of rust and some soils, you haven't washed it in a year, it's going to come out and look great compared to what it looked like before you ran it through, but that rust isn't going anywhere. Kind of the same idea. It's fabrics can die. The discoloration that's caused from just the soil sitting on your fabric can cause permanent staining. Have you ever seen a shirt hanging on a hanger, and where that hanger is just, say you haven't worn the shirt for a while, or you're going through a store and you know the shirt's been hanging there for a while, because you can see that line where the dust just settled on that fabric right there. Sometimes that won't wash out, like ring around the collar. It's something that you own. It's permanent. Regular maintenance is important. Consider what you're cleaning so you set proper expectations.